Okay, this is a brief demo of this very little SINCGARS radio. Here's my hand. It's just a wee bit bigger than my hand. You might have seen these as known as the ASIP or 1523E radios. This is not. This is actually what I consider better. This is an RT-1702E. The E means export. What does that mean? It means that this is legal to own and does not have any encryption, although it will only sell it to U.S. citizens. So I just wanted to show you how it works. It's got a pretty standard selector switch. It's very similar to the regulars, to the other family of SINCGARS. A zero eyes remote, which we're in right now. Retransmit, squelch off, squelch on, load. And then at the bottom there's a standby and a test. Standby is generally where you put the radio when it's off, and that keeps the battery in there, keeping all the memories. The battery is actually located in this little compartment here. So when you think about it, the whole radio is just this section right here, and this is all battery, even all the way through. That's where the 2590 or the 390, etc. battery sits. The whole radio is literally this small. It's very neat. So I was going to show you a little of the operation. It works great. I'm going to show you this is 30 to 88. I'm going to show you some of the remote control. So I put it in our remote mode, and it's asking me to wait. I guess let's do a test first. Okay, I think I'm in test mode. Just a little while longer. This is where the antenna would go, obviously. Standard 25 H250 type handsets. Okay, trying to kill some time. Come on. Any day now. Man, this takes a long time to run through its self-test. Come on. I'm going to pause it until it's finished. Okay, as you can see, it went to good. Did find out an interesting thing while doing this test, which is it does not like to have a handset when you do the test. It was failing, and I knew that this radio was good, so I pulled out the handset, and sure enough, now it reports good. So I'm going to go hit pause and then reconnect the handset. By the way, the handset is a standard SINCGARS handset that has two connectors. This is the data connector that goes into the back of the radio, and then this is the audio that goes into the front of the radio. So I'm going to hook this back up, and I'll pause in the meantime. Okay, so what we've done here is we connected up the remote, and I'm going to try to see that you can watch the remote function at the same time as the radio. By default, you see this mode here says FH, which is frequency hopping. And you see under the mode, this is LO is power, low power, FH frequency hopping channel 1, ComSec is the PT is the one with the block around it, not CT. PT is plain text, CT is ciphertext, and because this is an export radio, there is no ciphertext option. You cannot even get into it. It's only plain text. Kind of hard to see, but the PT's got the block, the selected block around it. So let's see if we can show these at the same time. So the way this works is you hit the select button here, change your options here, and then there's a little display light, which I've got my flashlight on my phone, so you probably can't see it. So let's go to select, and we hit 1 and select channel, and we can select one of 6 channels. C, I'm not sure what that means. M, manual probably. But if you go to channel 1, well, actually, you know what we want to do first? Let's change this from frequency hopping. So single channel mode is the one that most hams are going to be using. Okay. So now we go to channel 1. If you look at the channel, which is right, LOSC Chan 1, power mode channel, I'm going to change this button. You can see, whoops, let's go to the channel, 2, 3, 4. So you're looking at the right as I change the selection, and then look at the left and you'll see the channel number change. Right, 6. Okay. So let's go to channel 1, and it says fill 1. So I'm going to show you how to fill a channel on this radio. Hopefully this will all work. So what we're going to do is we're going to go to load, which is there. I believe I've got it selected to load. Maybe not. Let's do one more. Okay. That's load. Now let's watch the display. So what we're going to do here is we're going to hit frequency. Try to do this just with one hand here, not easy. Frequency. And then we're going to hit clear. I'm trying to do it without falling off the shoot. One hand. Okay, oops, that did not. I'm going to do that again. There's a timeout on this. If you don't make your selection within a certain amount of time, it will. Okay. Okay. All right, let's try this again. Made it a little more stable. So we hit frequency, brings up the zeros, then you hit clear, and that's it. You put in your frequency. I'm going to put in 51 megahertz, which is the common Army ham frequency, and then hit STO to store. And it flashed, which means it's stored. That's very simple. Now let's go back to remote mode, which is you use that for you use remote mode when you're using the remote handset. Right, Cody? Okay. And there it is. So it's finished going to remote mode. And again, let's see if we can select this. We'll go to channel 2. It's going to say fill 2 because it's empty. Fill 3 because channel 3 is empty, etc. If we go back to channel 1, it says 51. Okay, and then you could other things you could change. So by hitting the select button, now if you look to the right here, let's look at the handset. I guess I could do that. You go to that. You see it's low power. You can see the very first thing, PW is low. Medium, watch on the display, is now medium. High, goes to high. And FA, which is, I'm sorry, PA, which is external power amp. Go to low. And then again, we can change this. Now, the one other thing you can change is the ComSec. So no matter what you do here, nothing changes. Okay, and let's go to channel 1. Select. And that's it. That's basically how to use the radio. This is going for sale on eBay shortly. This is W2HX.